watching a Mexico Relocation Guide video. In today's video, we want to show you what it's like to live in this wonderful peninsula in Mexico, Baja California Sur, specifically La Paz. In this video, you're going to get to see what it's like to actually live here, what neighborhoods we recommend, what the food scene is like, what kinds of things you can do for fun, and so much more. Can't wait to show you guys how beautiful La Paz is. So let's get started with this video. This is the capital city in the state of Baja California Sur, and it's actually the city with the most population in the peninsula. If you didn't know this, it was actually settled in 1535. And the region attracted many types of travelers, from sea pirates to conquistadors curious about magical legends in Mexico, to even historical marine figures like Jacques Cousteau. The city sits on the north side on the Sea of Cortez. It's on the Gulf of California, and it's only about a 2-hour drive from Cabo San Lucas, which is very popular with expats. Now, in case you didn't know this already, the entire peninsula is all part of California. It stretches 760 miles until you reach San Diego. Now, historically, all of this area was well part of Mexico before it was part of the United States. And just to be clear, there are actually 2 states on the Baja Peninsula, which are Baja California and Baja California Sur. Now, something really important for you to know about the climate here in La Paz is that it tends to be dry, desert, tropical climate. Now, what does that mean? The temperature varies actually from 53 degrees Fahrenheit at the lowest to 97 degrees Fahrenheit at the highest. There are short winters and long summers. The rough population is around 250,000 people within the municipality. If you love hot, dry weather, this place is ideal for you, especially if maybe you suffer from things like humidity or seasonal allergies that come with very humid places. And if you get too hot, the refreshing beaches are extremely close by and easy to get to. It is a city perfect for those wanting to dress for comfort. Now, La Paz's emblematic environment and wildlife is marine, especially that of the Sea of Cortez. Jacques Cousteau once called it the aquarium of the world. And that's because it has whales, sharks, turtles, seals, sea lions, and so much more. Now, while the land may be dry and desert-like, the ocean provides a different lush environment of life and reefs. In general, anywhere you choose to live in Baja California Sur is a life connected to the sea. La Paz is unique in this way due to the fact that the government makes environmental efforts to protect a majority of the sea life. The life here is dependent on the strict regulation and protection of these nature reserves and wildlife, as well as the natural resources that people use. And municipal water comes from the aquifer system. The malecon here in La Paz is actually quite different than most other malecons and other popular destinations. The malecon here is the beating heart of the city's activities and life. Now, while other malecons that are similar are aimed to attract tourists, the malecon here was made primarily for the locals. It's a popular place for you to be able to take a stroll, view the different foliage and palm trees, and be able to see all the contemporary sculptures. Here, you will oftentimes see locals and visitors meeting, walking, exercising, or simply enjoying one of the amazing sunsets. And it is actually said that every day is a different kind of beautiful sunset in La Paz. Now, if you're in La Paz and you're not sure what to do on the malecon, well, you will have a good time because you can discover what can be done locally. There's so much going on. There's all kinds of bars playing different kinds of music, from rock music to jazz. There's a cathedral. There's actually really beautiful artistic light architecture called faroles. There are restaurants with local mariachi musicians entertaining all the patrons. You can even play volleyball on the beach, and there's so much to do on the malecon in La Paz. Now, if you love the water, La Paz could not be more of a right fit for you. I mean, it has some of the most unique beaches with stretches of white sand and really beautiful turquoise waters, which are rich with all kinds of marine life. Now, combine this with pleasant weather throughout the year, it really makes La Paz one of the most perfect beaches for you to be able to visit or live in. A couple of our favorite beaches are Playa Balandra, Playa El Corumuel, Playa Pichilingüe, or just some of our favorite beaches in La Paz. Now, one of our favorite beaches is Playa Balandra. This is a paradise found within 30 minutes of La Paz with white sand dunes in the water. You can walk from one side to another. And a popular way to experience this unique beach area is to get there early to swim and snorkel. The other option is to hike to a scenic point on a mountainside overlooking the entire area of Balandra. This is a rewarding hike, so it's definitely worth it. Another beach worth mentioning is El Tecolote. It's just a few minutes from Balandra with a long beach that has really nice waters, it has restaurants, jet skiing, and it has a really nice backdrop of low-lying hills. Here, you can rent jet skis, a palapa, and just take a relaxing time just to be on the beach. Jet skis can cost anywhere from 500 pesos an hour and up, and food is generally a slightly bit pricier than in the city. But let's get to the food. Now, if the thought of fresh seafood plus authentic Mexican flavors causes your mouth to water, you're not alone. La Paz is definitely the place for you. This city has some of the best shrimp and fish tacos in the world, and not to mention the ingredients are extremely fresh. Some restaurants have pools to cool off, rooftop patios overlooking the malecon and more, and some of the following restaurants on the malecon are some of the ones that we recommend. Harker Board Company is a popular pizza and beer spot with 3 floors. It's spread across 2 buildings using a pulley system across the building rooftops to pass orders. It has a beautiful view of the malecon, and the food is affordable with a complimentary ocean breeze. There's also Cornelio Cantina, which is an upscale, newer restaurant that has lovely drinks and really nice Mexican food. It is also the popular spot that hosts an outstanding mariachi band experience, and you can witness the entire restaurant of locals chiming in and singing along with some of their favorite songs from the mariachi band. And then there's Central 1535. Now, this is not only special for the delicious food that it has, but it also is a hotel and the same address as the year La Paz was born. This is a popular spot for expats to come and eat together and enjoy food and the walking culture on the malecon. But we absolutely have to mention a particular place that we love very much. It has shown up in some of Netflix documentaries about tacos and fish tacos in La Paz. Now, this should be on everyone's bucket list to visit. The tacos here are exquisite with the most fresh and local feel you can get. The marlin is out of this world, and the seafood tacos you find here are some of the best in the world. Now, tacos can start from 30 pesos and up here, and you pay after tallying up what you have eaten. So this place is Taco Fish La Paz. Hey, as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. That way you see more videos just like this one. And if you're ready to take the next step and start researching a possible move to Mexico the right way, check out my free Living in Mexico guide for expats. The link is in the comments down below. Now let's get back to the video. But let's introduce some of the neighborhoods that we recommend you should check out if you're considering living in La Paz. Let's start with El Centenario. El Centenario is a small seaside town located in the La Paz municipality, but it's located about 20 minutes west of La Paz Centro and very easy to find. Now, when you live in El Centenario, you feel like you have the solitude, there's beautiful breezes through the hills, and great views of the Sea of La Paz and the Sea of Cortez. But you are still 10 minutes from Walmart and 20 minutes from the Malecon and downtown and everything that you could need in the city center. It's an area that's becoming increasingly more desirable with expats who are investing in El Centenario because you get more for your money. Now, you can purchase more land and have a bigger house here. For people that live here, it really is paradise because there's not a lot of traffic or noise, and again, you're only about 20 minutes from the center. It has great views, it has good food, some really nice restaurants, and many, many amazing spots to visit. Centenario is also very family friendly with excellent schools that are bilingual, and La Paz in general is very welcoming to families. You will often see children and families in Centenario, so it's really for all ages, not only people who are coming to La Paz to retire. Another notable neighborhood is Paraíso del Mar. It's a 15-mile long peninsula with a short ferry away from the Malecon area of La Paz. Now, this developing estate is a resort and residential community. And it is on the ocean bay and extremely quiet and provides all the amenities like emergency services, landscaping, utilities, and so much more. Now, currently, there are 80 condos, 100 houses, with 16 currently for sale right this minute. The resort is a popular place for family vacations and short-term rentals, which are about $2,500 USD a month, or about $150 to anywhere to up to $180 US dollars a day. Some of the homes in this resort are anywhere between 2 to 4 bedrooms, and deposits are usually required for long-term stays. In the resort, there is an outdoor restaurant by the pool with quick and easy access to the beach and a golf course throughout the entire property. And if you want to get a change of pace, you can take the free ferry leaving every 30 minutes that takes you straight to the La Paz Malecon. But probably one of the main reasons that people love living in Mexico is for the Mexican people. And the people here in La Paz are some of the most incredibly hospitable, welcoming, and friendly people you'll ever meet. You immediately feel a sense of belonging. Everyone is always willing to help you if you ever need anything. The locals are very proud of their knowledge of the Sea of Cortez and are very excited to talk about what's special about the ocean. Now, they won't be trying to sell you a tour due to their genuine pride in living here and enjoying everything the city has to offer, so you don't have to worry about that. You also won't find people trying to sell you items around every corner you pass in La Paz. La Paz is also very safe, and you can take comfort day and night that it is secured. It's usually assumed that in certain areas of lower income, there's a lot of crime and violence, but not here. You'll meet some of the happiest people in these areas, and that's why we really recommend La Paz. One thing to note is if you want to live here, expect that it will be culturally and bureaucratically different than anywhere else in the world. But if you embrace Mexico, it will reward you so much more in fulfillment and happiness. Now, when it comes to utilities in La Paz, you might actually be surprised to find that it's quite inexpensive. The water in the city comes from an aquifer in the mountains, and it's pretty reliable. Now, we say this because sometimes the city does switch the water off for conservation or for repairs. Now, for these reasons, it's highly advisable that you get a cistern or a water tank, which is also known as a tinaco. The water in La Paz is definitely safe to drink, but it is quite hard with high levels of calcium. We do recommend getting a water softener, especially if you have a new construction or a new house, or better yet, for better tasting water. But most people buy 5-gallon jugs of water, which are known as garrafones, which can be purchased for 10 pesos or about 50 cents. You can expect to pay no more than about 10 US dollars for your water bill. There isn't a lot of rain except when there is hurricanes, which is a rare occurrence here in La Paz, so conserving water is vital. Now, high-speed internet could cost you anywhere between 30 to 40 US dollars a month with a cell phone contract with unlimited calls to the US and Canada. Most of La Paz has fiber optic internet connection, which is really desirable for people who are looking to work from home. And finally, electricity. Yes, electricity in Mexico. So CFE, or the Federal Electricity Commission, does not allow you to tie your solar power into the grid because they don't buy that energy. So if you wish to invest in solar panels in La Paz, it might actually take a pretty long time to make that money back. So for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home where energy runs about 24 hours a day, maybe for some people less, but let's just say anywhere between 18 to 24 hours a day, it's really rare that your bill will be over 2,400 pesos, or about 110 US dollars a month. Now, where do you buy everyday things? Well, La Paz is very similar to any other place in Mexico. It has several mercados right around the centro where you're able to buy everything from fresh produce, meat, seafood, and all kinds of cheeses and other things that you would use to make food with at home. Vendors will even clean the shrimp for you on the spot. A couple of favorites of the mercados are Mercado Bravo and Mercado Madero. There is also a La Paz organic market, which is open on Tuesdays and Saturdays on Rosales Street. Now, surprisingly, many restaurants will have vegan, vegetarian, and even some keto options available to suit your dietary needs. And as you can see, it's very much a foodie scene here in La Paz. There's a lot of variety of different foods available for anyone, even with dietary needs. Now, besides the mercados and other markets, there are many shopping options here in La Paz. Now, for more familiar places to shop at, La Paz has stores like Walmart, Home Depot, Sam's Club, Soriana, Sears, and many familiar stores that are very common in Mexico. Now, La Paz has some of the best healthcare in all of Baja Sur, with both public and private hospitals. There are two major hospitals. One of them is Centro Médico and Fidepaz. Fidepaz caters to Americans and Canadians, and most of the doctors in the hospital speak English. Now, they offer a wide range of services and accept insurance from over 35 providers, including a few U.S. companies like MetLife. For prescriptions, there are many pharmacies to choose from here. Healthcare in La Paz is very affordable, and you can take comfort in knowing that you'll be well taken care of by excellent healthcare professionals. Specialist visit can cost around 600 pesos or about $30 US for a consultation. General doctors obviously can be less. And all of the really common pharmacies in Mexico are all in town and cheaper than getting medication from the hospital pharmacy. You can be looking at spending anywhere between 40 pesos for antibiotics to about 400 pesos for over-the-counter drugs that are similar to their generic brands. Now, one of the nicest things about living in Mexico is that traveling within Mexico is very affordable. And luckily, La Paz has an international airport, so you can actually travel back to the United States. La Paz International Airport, known as Manuel Marquez de León, offers national and international direct flights out of La Paz. Now, an important thing you should know about La Paz is the transportation here, the public transportation, isn't really that great. So you may actually need to take Didi, Uber, taxis, or you may have to have your own personal car to get around. Now keep in mind, in order to buy a Mexican plated car here, you need to have residency and a Mexican driver's license. The process is fairly easy to obtain a car, and there are always relocation guides available to help. Or some of our facilitators in our Mexico Relocation online guide can help you out with this process as well. It's very popular to drive your car from the States through Mexicali to Baja Sur safely if you prefer to keep your own vehicle or you want to have your own wheels when you live in La Paz. Now, it's safe to drive in La Paz during the day, but at night, we always ask you to take caution as there can be livestock on the road. Sometimes the road might not have well-lit topes or speed bumps, and you can hit this going pretty fast. As the sun goes down, the road stays warm, so cows and goats will often gather in the middle of the road. There are also fewer lights, especially in the northern areas. La Paz is rich with Mexican Baja culture. The food is really, truly phenomenal, and the people are really incredible, friendly, and hospitable. It's a modern city with a traditional feel. And another great thing is it's pretty pedestrian friendly. People stop for you here at the crosswalks, which is something very, very not common in Mexico. Also, another unique thing here is that there's a lot of intersections without signs, and normally the vehicle to the right of you has the right of way. But because people here are so friendly, they usually let you just pass first. Now, if you don't have a car in La Paz, don't worry. You can still get by with an Uber or bus or the Turistica terminal in La Paz. And if you would like a funner experience, you can head to the small town of El Sargento in La Ventana. Now, these towns are located just under an hour east of Centro in La Paz. This breathtaking land where the mountain-backed desert and sea join together to form unique landscapes makes for some fantastic hiking, some really nice pictures, and for all kinds of activities. And the nice thing is you don't need to venture out too far from the city to find some really great trails. For safety, consider not hiking alone, obviously, and make sure you plan your trip. Have the correct gear, bring water, and make sure that you wear the right clothing for hiking. So as you can see, this is why we really love La Paz. This city offers so many things to do, and some other activities you may consider doing are very popular are pickleball, tennis, mountain biking, sailing, scuba diving, or snorkeling, or you may join the many who love this region for camping and hiking. Or you can visit some of the nearby magic towns like Todos Santos, famous for the Eagle song Hotel California, and popular for surfers. El Sargento, La Ventana, and El Triunfo, an old gold mining town in the heart of the peninsula, are also popular places to visit. The great thing is the variety of landscapes. I mean, it's truly beautiful here, and there's really not a bad view anywhere. And any place worth visiting are probably within a few hours' drive. So calling all sea lovers, and even those people who just like the sea but just like to visit it and maybe not live in it, La Paz is for you. It has dramatic and beautiful, breathtaking landscapes and some of the best seafood on the planet. It's a quiet and local town to build a comfortable life in. If you like all of these things, then La Paz might just be the right place for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you and why I recommend La Paz as a place that I think you should consider if you're considering living on a beach in Mexico. It's truly one of the top places that I recommend you check out. If you're interested in a relocation tour or more information about La Paz in general, make sure you check out our Mexico Relocation Guide. We have a lot of contacts in La Paz that can help you from getting a rental to getting a driver's license, opening up a bank account, showing you around, telling you which neighborhoods they recommend, and so much more. So check it out. The link is down below. Again, you were watching Mexico Relocation Guide. My name is Mariana, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hasta luego.